The candles were already lit when her phone buzzed. Not loudly, not urgently, just enough to pull her eyes away from me. I watched the reflection of her face tremble inside the wineglass. A practiced calm. A woman used to lying without changing her breathing. She didn't answer the message. She didn't have to. Her body already had. "I'll be late," she said, adjusting the black dress she'd never worn for me before. The fabric clung to her like a confession. I nodded, smiled, reached for the lighter, and extinguished the last candle between us. The smoke curled upward, slow and patient. Like me, she kissed my cheek air more than lips and walked toward the door. He was waiting. I could feel him in the room even though he wasn't there. His cologne had been haunting our hallway for months, showing up like a ghost she pretended not to see. At the door, she hesitated. Not guilt. Calculation. "I won't be long," she said. I didn't answer. The door closed. The lock clicked. Final. I picked up my phone and sent the last invitation. "She's on her way. Come now." Then I straightened the table. My guest would be arriving soon. I didn't always know. That's the lie people tell themselves, that betrayal announces itself with noise. It doesn't. It seeps, quietly, through routine, through smiles that last half a second too long. She stopped asking how my day was, stopped arguing, stopped caring enough to pretend. The nights changed first. Her excuses grew polished. Dinners with coworkers, late meetings, a boss who suddenly required her presence at odd hours. I never questioned it out loud. Inside, something began counting. The black dress appeared 3 weeks ago. She said it was for a company event. I watched her practice walking away from the mirror. Watched the way her shoulders lifted when she imagined being seen. Not by me. There were signs. Always are. Phone tilted away. Screen face down. Password changed for security. Security from whom? One night, she fell asleep with her phone unlocked. A gift she never intended to give me. I didn't scroll far. I didn't need to. One name. No last name. Just a fire emoji. And messages that weren't explicit but didn't need to be. "I can't wait. Soon. Be careful." Careful was her specialty. I didn't confront her. That would have been emotional. Messy. I needed clean. I needed truth. I became observant. Quiet men see everything. I tracked patterns. Tuesdays and Fridays. The way she showered twice on those days. The way she came home smelling like a hotel that wasn't ours. I memorized timestamps, receipts, lies. Then I noticed something else. The boss's name surfaced too often. Always casually. Always defensively. She'd mention him the way people mention weather, hoping you won't notice the storm behind it. So I noticed the gaps instead. The assistant. The secretary who stayed late. Who knew schedules. Who answered emails that weren't meant for her. I didn't spy. I researched. Public records. Company hierarchy. LinkedIn tells you everything if you read between the smiles. The assistant had access. Access is intimacy's first cousin. I watched them together once. Across the street. Through glass. Her laugh was different. Freer. The laugh she used to give me before she learned I was safe to betray. Still, I waited. Revenge rushed as regret in disguise. I arranged the dinner carefully. Candles. Wine she liked. Music low enough to hide lies. She thought it was guilt. An apology waiting to happen. It wasn't. It was a stage. The confirmation came that morning. Not dramatic. Not explosive. An email forwarded accidentally. Calendar overlap. A reservation under his name with her dietary preferences listed. People think truth screams. It whispers. I printed nothing. Screenshots are vulgar. I didn't need proof anymore. I needed witnesses. When she told me she was meeting him tonight, she didn't say his name. She didn't have to. I asked one question. Black dress? She smiled. Nodded. That smile was the last honest thing she gave me. After she left, I poured another glass of wine. Not to drink, to watch it breathe. I imagined her walking into the restaurant, confident, unknowing. I imagined his face when things stopped making sense. Then the doorbell rang. The secretary arrived first. She looked nervous, curious, flattered by the invitation she thought was accidental. Please, I said, stepping aside. Come in. She sat at the table. The candles made her uncomfortable. Good. Truth prefers low light. Then my phone buzzed. A message from her. Where are you? I didn't reply. Instead, I poured wine for my guest and said, You should know why you're here. Her eyes widened. I continued calmly. He's not coming. The door opened behind us. She froze. The black dress suddenly looked like a costume. She looked at the secretary. At me. At the table. What is this? She whispered. I stood. This, I said, is clarity. I didn't raise my voice. I didn't accuse. I simply stepped aside and let the secretary speak. Let her explain the overlapping lies. Let her realize she wasn't special, just convenient. Her face collapsed. The boss's affair wasn't exclusive. Her escape wasn't unique. She tried to speak to me. I picked up my coat. Enjoy the evening, I said. I already did. I walked out before the screaming began. Outside, the air felt lighter. Honest. I didn't feel victorious. Victory implies effort. This was alignment. Truth settling into place. Somewhere behind me, her night was ruined. Not because I exposed her, but because she finally saw herself without mirrors. I didn't look back. I never do anymore. She wore a black dress to bury us. I wore silence. And silence is heavier than guilt.